Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava Batra, page 166b, top of the page, with the words Ve'amdu, Kinin Bo Bayom, Beriv Atayim. The Mishnah concludes, as a result, the price of the nests stood that day at 1/4 of a silver dinar, as the demand for nests decreased. It is clear in the Mishnah that the term dinari indicates a higher value than the term dinarin. Kasuv milamala tonorabanan yilmad tachnin min ha'elyon b'ois achas, aber lo b'shtei ois yois. The Mishnah teaches if it is written in the document above that someone owes 100 dinars, and below it is written 200 dinars, or if above it is written 200 and below 100, everything follows the bottom amount. If so, why does one write the information in the upper part of the document at all? It is a safety measure, so that if one letter is erased from the lower part of the document, thereby rendering it illegible, the information can be learned from the upper part of the document. The sages taught in a Braita, Tosefta 11:4, information concerning what is written below may be learned from what is written above if the lower text is missing one letter, but not if it is missing two letters. In that case, in the event of a discrepancy between information written above and information written below, the document is not valid. Kegoin, Chanan me Chanani, Ve'anan me Anani. For example, if the name of one party is written Chanan below and Chanani above, it may be derived from the word Chanani written above that the party is named Chanani. And similarly, if the name is written Anan below, it may be learned from the name Anani written above that the party is named Anani. Ben arba oisyois, v'hayale palge dishma, yihachi ois achas nami, dilma misrami shem ben shtei oisyois, v'havele palge dishma. The Gemara asks, what is different about two letters missing? As the Braita teaches that the name written below cannot be corrected from the name written above. The Gemara suggests it is out of concern that perhaps it will occur by chance that there is a 4-letter name and the omission of 2 letters would be half of the name. And for this reason, the sages extended this concern to all cases where 2 letters are missing. The Gemara challenges, if so, the same could be said when 1 letter is missing as well, as perhaps it will occur by chance that there is a 2-letter name, and the omission of 1 letter would be half of the name. Shem ben shalosh oisiyos v'havilei ruba dishma. The Gemara explains, rather, this is the reason that when 2 letters are missing, the name written below cannot be corrected from the name written above. The concern is that perhaps it will occur by chance that there is a 3-letter name and the omission of 2 letters would be a majority of the name. The sages applied this concern to all cases where the 2 letters are missing. Amar Rav Papa pshita li Sofer milamala v'kefel milamata hakol holech achar hatachtoin. The Gemara continues to discuss discrepancies between the information written above and below in a document. Rav Papa said, it is obvious to me that if a document states above that one owes a sefel, a type of cup, and below it states kefel, a type of garment, everything is determined by the information written below. In this case, there is not missing a letter at the bottom, but an altered letter. Therefore, the information written below is not corrected from the information written above. Boy, Rav Papa asks, who, by the way, was the first Teiku in Shas. It's very important to know. Rav Papa is Gematria HaMashiach 363. Boy Rav Papa, Kefel milamala, v'seifel milamata. Mai, michashin l'zvuv olo, teiku. And this is, according to Rabbi Yehoshua, Rabbi Aaron Yehoshua Pessin, the 181st teiku in Shas. Okay. Rav Papa raises a dilemma. What if it is stated kefel above and sefel below. The difference between the two words is that the former begins with a kuf, whereas the latter begins with samach. The orthographical difference between these two letters is a single stroke that extends downward. Is that right? As the omission of the extension of the stroke would change. Oh, if you took away that kuf, let's say, you could turn the kuf into a samach. If you were able to erase that line. Kind of. Anyway, I think you could still tell that was forged, but anyway. As the omission and the extension of the stroke would change the kuf into a samach. Rav Papa's dilemma is, are we concerned for the possibility that a fly landed on the stroke of the kuf, removing the ink? A fly can remove ink? Is this code for something? Okay, the fly landed on the stroke of kuf, removing the ink and changing it into a samach? Or are we not concerned with this possibility? And the Gemara comments, Teku. We'll have to wait till the Messiah comes. It's probably never happened in human history, but we have to wait for the Messiah comes. Maybe there's a code here. That's what this is all about, I think. For me, anyway. Ahu dehavik ksiv sheis meo v'zuza shalcha Rav Sharavia. Kamida baya shismia istere v'zuze odilma sheismia prite v'zuze amarle dal prite de lo katvi v'shitra de'asoche maskan lahu. The Gemara relates there was a certain document in which it was written that the amount due was 600 and a dinar, without specifying to which denomination the 600 referred. Rabbi Sherevia sent this question before Abaya. Does the holder of the document collect 600 istra and dinar? Istra is another name for selah, which equals 4 dinars. Or perhaps, is he perhaps entitled to collect only 600 prutot and a dinar, a pruta being a small fraction of a dinar? Abai said to him, remove the possibility of 600 prutot, since people do not write large numbers of prutot in a document, as they instead combine them into larger denominations. Okay, that makes sense. All right. That's the daf, pretty much, yeah.